Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome to my final ArcheAge journal because, well, I think I've about explored this game and done all there is to do, and I just haven't really felt like logging in too often, so I think I'm just kind of done with the game. Uh, so for this video, I just wanted to walk through. I think I'm just going to give away all my stuff to people, and I'll just be done with the game. Maybe to my guild or to some friends. Uh, Here's my old house before I got my bungalow. It's still up. And then Rallis's old house, he long since sold it. Uh, I was kind of wished he had given me the 16 by 16 plot so I could have had a farm there, but it turned out to not be a big deal at all in the end. But this is the old neighborhood where I first started playing the game. The most change is that there's fewer houses and more farms now. Looks like I've managed to log in at nighttime. Not that you can really tell it's nighttime. I got the economy is kind of bonkers. I really don't like some of the decisions that Tryon, the company behind ArcheAge, or excuse me, the company caretaking ArcheAge, and that right there is another problem in and of itself. Has been taking. The game started out, I thought, as a pretty good free to play title. Like, it wasn't really pay to win, but they've done some stuff with the marketplace, and it wasn't that pay to win at launch, but now, because of some of the changes they've made to the marketplace, the new items they've put on there, it's gotten to that point. And you can come in and basically buy a bunch of stuff on the marketplace now and throw it up in the auction house and make a lot of gold, and then use that gold to buy the best equipment in the game. So here's my house. I've got a little fish tank. I'll just do a little tour of Fort Kickass here. Marketplace. Let's see. But I'm not going to go through every item. A big problem was these things, the Rumbling Archeum. They release stuff, and I'm not going to. You can find other people talking about it. I'll just give you guys the highlights. Is that basically they put stuff out that completely crashed the game's economy. You can find stories about it. And I just think that Tryon has really mishandled the game. Like, they put out one patch, and the game was down for 3 days, and there was a major patch, and they didn't even have a public test server. Like, they put it out without testing it on a PTR. I think that's kind of... My friend Rallis said that Tryon basically makes clown shoes decisions. That's what he termed it, and that's what I've seen other people say, is that they're a clown shoes company. I don't know if I should roast them that bad, but I've been quite disappointed. The other major problem that I've run into is that once you get to max level, and here's my I don't know if, let me see here. I don't know if you noticed that title, Archmaster, means that I've maxed out all professions. But once you get to max level, there's really not much to do. It's a sandbox game, and I think maybe sandbox might be code word for we're not going to put in much content, and you've got to figure out how to entertain yourself. That might be that might be what's Sandbox's code word for. It's certainly true in Minecraft. When Minecraft first came out, it was a sandbox game, and the buzzword was procedural gameplay. Like, you put elements in there and you leave it up to your fans, your players, to figure out how to entertain themselves. The sad thing is that ArcheAge has a lot of potential, I think. It's been really mishandled. Like, if it had been given to a different company, like, I would love to see Blizzard, for example, running ArcheAge. Or even Sony, actually. I have a lot of goodwill built up with SOE. Except that they don't exist anymore, because now they're Daybreak, because they got bought out by this giant venture capitalist company, and they're probably going to turn to shit now, in all honesty. So we'll see where the future of what used to be SOE goes to. They were running EverQuest and PlanetSide in those games. Anyway, so here's Fort Kickass. I made a little dock that actually works. I got my fishing boat. Let me back up here. I wish I would get daytime. Well, that's okay. Nighttime in this game is really bright. So the docks here, I'm actually really proud of myself. I stacked up. I used to do this kind of stuff in EverQuest 2 with the housing that they had. I would like position items to build things. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, well. It's no big deal. Alright, so the docks, actually, I can just walk out here. And they're actually functional docks. Look at that. There's a path to my house now. I think that is so cool. So, and I also have some other stuff here. Let me pull this out. Summoning requires a larger space. Game. Don't even front. I know you can fit it in there. Oh, there it goes. I was being particular about it. Fistoosh. So I got a galleon basically, and I got the loot song junk. So there's my loot song junk out there. Anyway, so Fort Kickass, it's got the nice lights. Turn the lights on. Decorated it. I like these vases. I just have these vases stuck around. These are really fun. Little chairs to sit here. Yeah. So you don't have to sit in the water. You're like right above the water. Great if you want to just get your feet wet. And inside, bunch of stuff. There was a snowman winter event, and I got a bunch of snowmen. And this snowman is warming himself up by the fire. These snowmen watch me while I sit in bed, and they like to watch. And the snowman is watching me fish. I have fishy. Their names are Marmite and Glitch, are the fish names. And here's more really fun vases that I like a lot. Here's my alchemy table, the handicraft desk, chair, fireplace. Got a little lantern for light. Very nice bed. I think it's nice. Little bed. Yay. And this is kind of cool. I got a merchant's cushion. Basically, this gives you access to the warehouse and the auction house, and even a general merchant. like all from inside your own house. I think that's kind of cool. Like I said, game has some great potential. It's just the game's being mishandled, I think, by the company, the caretaker company of Tryon. So, XL Games is the Korean company making ArcheAge, but Tryon basically, I think, purchased the rights to ArcheAge for America, and they're like the caretaker of the game in America. Like, I don't want to even call them the devs because they don't have a lot of power in that regard. Like, they translated the game into English. And they've tweaked some of the things in the game to make it more palatable to a Western audience. Like, there's less grind in the game. Because Asians, I guess, especially the Koreans, they actually really love grindy games. It's I don't know, like just killing the same monsters over and over again in one spot for like days to get to the next level. They actually like that. I don't know why, but whatever. So yeah, I really like my house. I'm gonna kind of miss this, but it alone and the memories in the house and having fun here, they're wonderful. But they're not enough to like keep paying for the game. But anyway, that's my loot song junk. So Tryon, they're just kind of like the caretakers of the game. Like they keep, in my opinion, their business plan here is to keep ArcheAge on life support and milk as much money out of it as possible, and not really put in invest a lot of resources into it. Like they didn't want to. I remember at launch, like they didn't want to start up new servers because the launch servers were very crowded. And like, look at that. There's like a guild going by. They're on a trade mission. They're going to, somewhere with trade packs, and they might be ambushed. Like, that's really cool. Like that kind of gameplay, and like I said, there's a lot of potential in the game. It's just, I don't know. I kind of have a sour taste in my mouth from Tryon and a lot of decisions they've made. I feel like they've spoiled my experience with the game. Now, the game has one problem I mentioned is that that's like, it's just once you get to 50, you can trade, like what that guild was doing. Go out and trade. Probably the most fun thing is just getting a ship of some kind and get out on the water and engage in naval PvP. Like, that's really fun. So, I mean, you can either PvP or do, like, there's a few dungeons. They're nothing like the quality and variety of dungeons from other MMOs. Like, not even close. Well, okay. I wouldn't say quality. The few dungeons that are in the game, they're alright. It's not like they're bad, but there's just like a few of them, and that's it. And so your options, if you're a PvE person, like say you're a raider and you just like doing raids, you're probably gonna want to go to WoW, World of Warcraft, for that, I think. So yeah, but if you really like PvP and the idea of getting on a ship and fighting other ships and boarding enemy ships and killing them and stealing their stuff, if that appeals to you, then ArcheAge you might want to give it a try, I guess. Like if you enjoy that kind of gameplay, then this game might have some good content for you. because that's pretty unique. I don't know if you want to play an MMO that has naval combat in a medieval fantasy style setting with elves and fireballs and wizards and stuff. Because I mean, there's like space MMOs with spaceships, but like this kind of like give them a broadside, laddies, you know, hoist the sails and all that kind of stuff. Then you're if you really crave that kind of stuff, and look at this ship. This is cool. Like, this is really cool. This is why it's kind of like, this is not an easy video for me to make. It's not like I hate the game, and I don't even hate Tryon. I'm just disappointed in decisions they've made, and I just don't. I don't know. I feel like continuing to pay for the game is rewarding them for bad decisions, and I don't want to do that. But this is cool. Like XL Games, the Korean devs, like I think they made a pretty nice core game. It just needs a lot more content. And the problem there is that the game's been out in Korea for quite some time, and there hasn't been that much content released. So I kind of have to wonder, how long it would take. Anyway, but yeah, this is like the naval combat's really cool. So I would recommend ArcheAge if you really are craving like naval combat like this with cannons and shoot the cannons and blow up enemy ships and raid them and fight on the water. If you want a naval combat and naval trading MMO with some like side PvE dungeons, then maybe you'd have a lot of fun in ArcheAge. If you want to do PvE as your main thing, no. The PvE content in ArcheAge is not really good, and I really enjoy PvE content, so that's kind of disappointing. For the longest time, I actually really enjoyed just fishing, going out on my fishing boat and fishing. And the problem I've run into is that I don't really have anything to spend my gold on that's useful. I mean, I could get even better armor, but I don't really go out of my way to PvP. So, meh. And I don't really, it's like, okay, I fish to make money, and I need the money for what? So, hup, off we go. I guess we'll go ahead and dismiss that. Goodbye, Loot Song Junk. You were really cool. So yeah, I can't. It's kind of sad because you have to pay monthly for the game in order to have property. So I don't like the feeling of having my land held hostage to the monthly fee, because the game's free to play, and I can go out and enjoy the naval combat and ride around on a ship and fight stuff as a free player. So I don't really need my land here. Anyway. But the bungalow isn't that useful. I'm kind of disappointed that the aquatic crops, like the pearls and stuff, they're not really as useful and profitable as the crops grown on land. So it's just kind of, the bungalows, I don't know, just kind of like a status symbol, maybe. It's not practical. Even for story, like you can store trade packs on it, and that might be the best use for it. Here's my farm I have over here. And I managed to get an amazing spot. Look at my farm. A 16 by 16 farm right here on the corner, and this is where you could load up trade ships, this little ridge here. Because if you go underwater, there's like almost like a underwater highway. Like you can see there's a valley here under the water where ship hulls can draft in, have some draft room. And so merchant ships come in here through that gap because you can't build any houses in that gap right there. So I think this is an amazing spot for a 16 by 16 right here on the corner. So yeah, this is my farm and then my bungalow, and that's what I have. But I think I'm going to give them both away, probably to my guild. Hey, look, there's people online right now. In my guild. I might just hand my stuff to them. Like, here you go, enjoy. So. Well, anyway, guys, I think that's it for ArcheAge for me. I've gotten all the classes leveled up to 50. I've done PvP, I've done PvE, I've done naval combat, I've explored the world, flown all over with my gliders, I've done farming, I've done crafting. I've completely maxed out fishing. Like, I can't raise fishing any higher. So, yeah. So I think I've done quite a bit in this game. I make money very easily. My main money maker right now is I fish normally. Not even not the fishing boat fishing, but I just fish off the coast. And I catch the fish and then I transform them into... I don't have any parts to the crafting, but I transform them into Dawn Lake Light Essence, which as of right now sells for like 7 gold each. And so I'll just throw up stacks of them. Like, I actually, before I started the video, I checked my mail and I got a stack of Dawn Lake Light Essence sold for like 270 gold. So, you know, I can make gold reliably and easily now because of my fishing. Was ArcheAge fun? Do I regret spending the money I did on the game? Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. And if maybe a different company ran it, and maybe there was more content coming out more regularly, then I'd keep playing. But because of the two like Exo Games seems kind of sluggish as far as content compared to other developers, and Tryon just... You've already heard me rant about Tryon this video. And I think I'll avoid Tryon games in the future. Just as like a general rule. I think they've kind of... Yeah, they've kind of mishandled stuff. But yeah, I think I might be done with MMOs for a while. Just the whole idea that you have to pay monthly for something, I kind of just, meh. Oh, one last thing. So basically people from China will log into this game, and they'll be paid like, you know, $1 an hour, or 10 cents an hour, or whatever, and they'll play this game and make gold in it through a variety of ways. Usually it's automated. Usually it's like one dude managing 20 computers all playing the game using robots. What did I get? Probably something crap. Oh. Yep, crap. And then they'll sell the gold on gold selling websites. And they sell the gold to other people playing the game on the gold selling websites. And so basically, people will spend a few $100s and buy gold for the game, and they don't care, like, you know, how much gold do I need? Oh, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, whatever. Let me just go buy it. And so this game, the best items in the game are crafted, and they're not soulbound. Like, you can just use it until you get tired of it and then give it to somebody else. Like in another game, like say for example in World of Warcraft, the best items in the game were from either very high-end PvP or from raiding, and the items soulbound to you. They were stuck on your character, and you couldn't give them away or sell them. In this game, and I like the I like the lack of soulbound. I do, but in this game, because of the gold selling, they've it kind of like, it's basically you can just go buy gold from a Chinese dude and then get the best items in the game and then go out in PvP and absolutely wreck people. Like, I worked really hard to get this bow here. I put in a lot of time, like my Fated Bow of Courage, and I actually have this too. Here, let me equip that. Or my my healing stick that I got. You guys remember the video on that I did. But let's take a look here. Like my melee weapon is 296 DPS and 319 healing. Let me just go check here. Weapons, two-handed weapons, great clubs, level 50. Really? There's no... Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Most healers, I think, use a... There we go. Yeah, most healers, that's right. They're going to use a one-handed club and then a shield. Alright, so usually the two-handed items have a lot more stats than the one-handed, unless the one-handed is just miles better in quality. So, like, here's a Delphinid Meadow Club. So it has, this one-handed club has more DPS than my two-hander does, and more healing power. So if you want to just buy some gold from some dude in China and come play ArcheAge and just buy that off the auction house, you'd already be so much better off than me, having put all the effort I did into it. So that's a big problem. But yeah. Now, and the thing is in Korea, when you go to play an MMO, you have like this. You sign up with like this national ID card, so that cheating, like if you get banned or caught, like banned for buying gold, like you get caught, like the Chinese dude mails you the gold, and then like say XL Games is tracking the mail system, and they see you getting gold. They can ban your account, but like you signed up with the national ID card. Like it'd almost feel like if you signed up with an MMO in America with your driver's license or something. Like once you get banned, you're banned as a person. Like you're not banned as an account or an email address or a credit card even. You're banned as a person. So getting caught cheating or buying illegal gold or whatever in Korea is a lot more big of a deal. But for other countries, it's just, oh, I'll just sign up for the game with an email address and use cheats or mods or buy gold or do whatever else. And if I get caught, then I'll just make a new email address and sign up. So I think that the lack of soulbound items was not a problem in the Korean version of the game because there wasn't they had a much better way, because like the Chinese gold farmers, they'll come in and they'll use cheating, like botted characters that are playing automatically. Uh, and I think it's much easier once if you have to sign up for the game with uh, like a national ID card, then uh, you will really eliminate that. Now, I mean, can you forge that stuff? Yeah, but now you're forging identification, and you're committing pretty serious crimes now, uh, all in the name of trying to cheat in an online video game. So they have that extra layer, and that gets the government involved. So the Koreans have that extra layer of security and protection for the game, whereas this version of the game does not. And you can see, um, if you just run around, you'll find people with gibberish names, and they're very obviously bots. I've even reported some and been rewarded with labor for reporting the bots. I get a mail from like GM somebody, kill confirmed, bot smackdown, thanks for reporting, and that's kind of cool. But despite reporting, it's still a problem with the Western release. So you can come be a wallet warrior in this game and buy gold from a Chinese dude illegally, and then buy all the best gear, and then just go poop on people in PvP. Uh, like I don't think I'll ever be competitive in PvP because of that. So that's a serious problem. Anyway, I guess that's about it. I wanted to show off my house one last time, for me, so that if I can come watch this video if I really want to see my bungalow, because I'm not really using anything with it. I got the nice vases and the flower pots and all my cool dock, and I get my ship and my snowmen, and there's Glitch and Marmite, and they'll always be here on my YouTube channel, so I don't have to keep paying Tryon. I can just come watch the video and be like, oh yeah, that's my house. Cool. Well guys, I did have fun with ArcheAge, so I can't really slam the game that bad. I mean, I did have a lot of fun with it, and for the money I put into it and the hours of entertainment I got, I did get my money's worth. It's just, meh now. It's got some content issues, I think, late game. Anyway, I'll see you guys in Minecraft videos, I guess. Until next time, take it easy.